of places you can reach out to. But we'll move on to our next topic, which is residents are constantly proving how safe the UAE is. Now, let's hear it for the safety in the UAE.
It's why we love to live here. Key reason.
Exactly. So residents are constantly proving how safe they feel in the United Arab Emirates, and no matter where residents leave their belongings, they always find it returned and find them exactly where they left them most of the times, majority of the times. Now, Keith Walter shared an image of a UAE resident leaving their belongings, thus proving how safe the UAE really is. And the UAE residents tend to prove how safe the country is by intentionally leaving their belongings on tables or accidentally forgetting their keys on their cars, and they always end up finding it exactly where they left it, untouched.
UAE residents prove this point in the image video beside us. Within this image, residents left their belongings on a table at a cafe in Shams Boutique. This just constantly proves how safe the UAE really is and how much the residents trust the country that we're in. We see these types of videos all the time, and I never get bored of them. I never get sick of being like, oh look, it's happened again.
Yeah.
Like someone's like charging their phone on a in the middle of Dubai Mall on a walkway. Someone's just left their phone, and you're like, bit risky, wouldn't suggest it. However, I did speak to a guy who worked at security in Dubai Mall before.
Okay.
Oh my days.
What?
Just in terms of the number of cameras and security that goes on. Like, yes, we are all good people. We're all good people. However, the safety of the UAE is 100% down to the standards laid out by the authorities. That's the only reason. They insist on the highest level of technology. So whenever there's like a new sensor, a new camera, whatever it is, it's regulated in the malls that they have to follow this. In other countries, the mall itself or the store itself, they decide, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this is what I'm passing on information. The mall in Ireland will decide on its level of security. Here, authorities decide.
Okay.
Therefore, the Dubai Mall, for example, thousands of cameras.
Yeah.
They can track your process. So if someone's going to leave their charger, smart. They're going to find who took it quickly.
Yeah. But don't risk it, don't experiment on such things. But of course, like we see social experiments, like you said, all the time. And like Casey always says, like it is safe, one of the safest countries in the world. But of course, you take your bit of caution as well, and don't put yourself in any situation where later you're going to be like, oops, you know, like you always say.
And we have that kind of bubble of safety. So whenever we go to Cyprus or whenever we leave the country, I don't know about you guys, but I have to put on my my security hat, because I've totally forgotten that you have like your handbag on a night out. You don't just save your table and go to the bar to buy a drink.
Yeah.
That's not okay in other countries. Like you have to remind yourself of the little bubble that we've put ourselves here in the city, and then be like, okay, well, you know, it's not so safe everywhere else.
100%. I remember I was at this metro station in Rome. I put my BlackBerry for a second. And the shopkeeper was saying something literally, like it all happened within 5 seconds. And I turned like just to pick it up, like because I was going to take a picture. It was gone. In 5 seconds, it was gone. And it was like literally in front of me,
Did you see who took it?
No idea. And like the shops are just like, oh, it's a long process to check the cameras. It's going to take days. It's a police process. You have to get it signed by the police and all of that. So it was just like, okay, it's gone, you know, like this doesn't happen here.
Same. I was sitting in Temple Bar in Dublin at an outdoor restaurant, and these two guys just came, snatched the bag, and walked to the other side of the. And we had to run after them, but our bags. It was a weird situation, but like they literally were just like stealing handbags in public, and like that's just, we're so blessed and so fortunate. And it's not even, you know, it's when you guys share videos of, you know, I left my phone in a taxi, it was returned by the driver. I leave my phone in a table to hold the table, and the table is held. Like that just doesn't happen. And we love getting those stories because it's, you know, one of the key reasons we are so fortunate and blessed to live here. So keep sharing them.
Exactly. Those social experiments.
Speaking of social experiments, stay tuned. We'll be live with the stars of Dubai's real estate reality show, Dubai Hustle, very, very shortly. They'll be with us right after this.